2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Shenton Park or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
G'day there, podcaster. In this episode, we have a little bit of a chat with Liam's mum, Leanne. Always great to get her on. Also, we do Price is Right for people's salaries, and we talk about a famous musician's feat. Enjoy.
Previously on Ben, Liam and Bell.
Why don't we try and find the occupation that cheats the most?
Real estate. Real estate.
Real estate. There wasn't one office I worked in where I didn't have an affair either with property manageress or the secretary.
Yeah, righto.
And now, live across Australia, this is Ben, Liam and Bell.
Hang on, you're telling me real estate agents lie sometimes?
Yeah, it's weird. It looked so much bigger online and then it goes to the spot.
Good evening, Australia. Thank you for joining us on your Tuesday night.
I don't know if this has happened to you before, Ben and Bell, but my mum used a phrase over the weekend, and I don't think she knows what the phrase means.
Right.
I don't think she truly understands it. I tried to get my dad some tickets to a golf tournament through work, and I sort of semi-promised them to Dad, but I had, I said, look, I can't promise. I don't know if I've got them yet.
Okay.
Here is what my mum texted me the next day. Now, see if you can pick what's wrong with it. Would love Dad to go tomorrow if he can. He'd love it, but absolutely no stress. Don't bust a nut trying.
Oh, bless her.
And so I don't know what she was expecting me to do for these tickets. I would do a lot for my dad. I love my dad. I wouldn't stoop to that, okay? Certainly not when the workplace is involved. Now, I did get the tickets. I got the tickets for Dad, Ben and Bill. And this is where Mum doubled down. She said, "Oh, buddy, you're such a champ. I really hope you didn't bust that nut like I told you not to." So, obviously, we know that means something different.
Yes.
Yep.
When you're busting a nut, it's a different act. And Mum clearly doesn't. I assume she means like I stress myself out over the thing. That's what she thinks it is. We do have her number. Should we call Mum and let her know she's made a mistake?
I think you owe it to your mum and your family to explain to her where she's going wrong.
What if she's texting people at work like, don't bust a nut over it? Like they're like, oh, HR's involved. Like she has to know moving forward.
Yeah, she's like, I'm busting my nut for you.
Like, what? What, Mum? All right. Okay. Well, this is my mum, Leanne. The number is punched in. Let's give her a call.
Hello, Leanne speaking.
Oh, hi, Mum. It's just Liam here.
Hi, buddy. How are you?
Hi, good. Yeah, Ben and Bella here as well. You're on the radio. Sorry about
Hi,
that.
Leanne.
Hi.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Yeah, look, everyone's good here, Mum. Well, look, we've got something sort of awkward to talk to you about. There's a phrase that you used in a text to me recently, twice actually, and I don't think you know what you're saying. Do you get what I mean?
Okay.
So maybe, I don't know, maybe you heard someone say it on the streets and you thought you'd be like a cool mum. Yeah, well, I hope not as well. Or, you saw it online or something. But, when I got those golf tickets for Dad?
Yes.
And the way you worded it to me, you said, don't bust a nut trying.
Yeah, I know what that means.
Do you, though? Because I think maybe do you mean like don't bust your ass? I think that's what you were trying to say.
No, I meant don't bust it up.
But do you know what that?
What does that mean, Leanne?
Well, it's don't bust your testicles.
Yeah, but yeah. I know. I sort of know.
Like, don't break your balls.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I get when you say it like that, Belle. It actually works. But
And Leanne, maybe 10, maybe even 15 years ago, that probably would have
it would have worked.
But the lingo has progressed beyond that, and it doesn't necessarily mean that anymore.
It sort of means
So
now.
what was a nut?
Well,
No, the nut's the same.
no. What I would say is, I suppose the most radio appropriate term is it's somewhat of a release.
Oh,
So
Right.
if you were to bust a nut,
Yeah.
you would have that release.
Yeah, yeah.
Empty
Yeah.
the nut. Yeah.
So
right.
So you told
I
me-
shall no longer use
Please
that
don't.
terminology with my
honestly,
son.
please don't. Yes, yeah, it was quite weird. Especially
Even though you guys love talking about that on air.
moving forward, just don't use that, okay? You can just bust your ass, break your balls, but not bust a nut.
Okay. Noted.
Thank you, Mum.
And I will remember.
Please do, because if you do it again, then it would be weird, okay? Love you, Mum. Bye.
Love you too, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
13 24 10. What phrase did you have to explain to your parents? We've got a prize worth $200 up for grabs if you call us on 13 24 10.
Lisa in Melbourne, what did you
Hello.
have to explain to your parents?
Hey guys, we were sitting one night having dinner with the kids, my daughter's fiance and the future in-laws, and my darling 70-odd-year-old mother says in the middle of nowhere, with no relevance, "What's a wanker?" And everybody looked down at their plates, and I literally, in front of all these people, had to explain it to her
But that's beautiful. Lisa,
at the
that,
dinner table.
that is something out of a rom-com,
Do you know what's funny? When you said that was so triggering for me because I remember asking, I was at like a family barbecue and I remember asking because I'd heard it, I was like, "What is it?" And then I remember my cousins were sort of laughing at me and my grandpa said, "They run the country." And it's just sort of stuck with me because I'm like, he was obviously sort of making a joke, but yeah.
That's great.
Jess, you're also in Melbourne. You had to explain something to your nan, was it?
Yeah, she took me to the movies to see Mean Girls, and coming out of Mean Girls, she asked me what the word that rhymes with shut means.
Oh, right. Yes. Yep. The derogatory term, which a few of the girls might throw around in high school. Yeah.
In the regular world, Halloween is when children dress up in costumes and beg for candy. In girl world, Halloween is the one night a year when a girl can dress like a total and no other girls can say anything about it.
And how did you explain that one to Nan?
I think I just explained that it was maybe a girl that wears a really short skirt because that's what they did in the movie.
Right. And so she's like, like above the ankles, what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. That's right, Grandma. Yeah.
Oh, good job, Jess.
Lisa, what did you have to explain?
Oh, hi. My mum said that something could be created with A1, and I had to explain to her it was actually AI for artificial intelligence.
Oh, that's cute.
A1's taken over. I don't know what it is. I'm seeing it a lot, though.
Emma in Melbourne, good evening. What did you have to explain?
Hi, guys. I had to explain to my dad what a mofo is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I'm sure he knew, but it's just like he hadn't heard the abbreviated version before, right?
No, I don't think he understood it because then he told me he was a fofo, and I had to explain that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Oh, because mofo would be a mum, and he thinks he's a
I know, I
father.
get it. Yeah.
So you could have said that you are a mofo, Dad. Right?
Yeah, well, yeah, that would work. Yeah, absolutely. That's how you got here, Emma. Cassandra, what did you have to explain to your parents?
I had to explain to my parents what an adult toy was.
Oh.
Like, they already knew what it was, but because I accidentally got it delivered in my mum's name because I'd opened up an account for Wish, and the first thing I ordered was for her. And so the second thing that came to her, and they just threw it out because they had no clue what it was.
Yeah,
obviously.
right. Yeah.
But
And then,
did you just say, Cass, you opened the account and the first thing you ordered was for your mum?
Yeah, from just like Wish. So it was just like some random thing that she wanted.
I get you. And then because you had the account and they're like, what's this big worm doing here? We didn't order this. And, they obviously threw it out. Yeah.
Big tentacle? That goes in the bin.
What the heck?
That's
I
so
didn't order that.
embarrassing, though. They saw what you ordered.
Yeah, well, you had to explain it, Cassandra.
I'm sure Mum said she threw it in the bin.
Oh, don't.
I didn't know what it was.
We disposed of that. Yep. No more questions. Trish, what about you? You explained something to your parents?
Yeah, so it was my mother-in-law. We were playing a game of Cards Against Humanity one night, and her card won, and the word was glory hole. And she said, I didn't even know what that is. So then we had to explain to her what a glow hole was.
It's not for the faint-hearted, the old Cards Against Humanity. Like with your friends, it's kind of like boring, but like when you're playing with like your parents or like grandparents, God forbid, it's like, no, it's not right.
Trish, how did you go about explaining that?
Well, we actually were a bit shocked ourselves, so we just Googled it and we got her to read it off the phone because none of us were game enough to say it.
Even dangerous Googling that as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Ben, Liam and Bell podcast. It's very nice. I can't even... I think I'll leave the impressions to Liam.
You may have seen the story doing the rounds in the news today about this, possible ex or current employee at a law firm who sent out a big mass all-staff email and just basically said, yep, here's everyone's salaries, here's what everyone's on, anyway, see you, bye.
Whoa.
Has caused a huge ruckus amongst that firm. So tonight, we want to play Salary Price is Right.
Yes, not to be confused with Celery Price is Right. That's just $3.90 for a bunch at Coles. That's an easy game. This is Salary Price is Right. So we're going to be meeting contestants. We're going to be finding out what they do, and then we're going to guess how much they get paid.
All right, let's meet our first contestant.
All right, Sarah in Sydney. She's 28 years old. She's a duty manager at a swimming pool. How long have you been doing that for, Sarah?
I've been working there just over a year now.
Sarah, are you full-time, part-time, casual?
I'm full-time.
All righty. Full-time, managerial position.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon you're pulling in $60K per annum.
Oh, no, we got to go higher than that. I reckon we got to go 80.
I'm going to go 70.
I mean,
Ooh,
like,
let's
let's go with Belle
sorry.
because Belle's in the middle. So we'll go 70, Sarah.
Sorry?
70. How much do you get paid?
I get paid $88,000.
Oh, I was right.
That's a decent crust. Is it a hard job being a swimming pool manager?
Not really. There's two of us that share the job, so it kind of evens out the workload a little bit there.
Good, isn't it? I mean, it's because most of it's just like get the chlorine in, no running.
Yeah, but you're also protecting lives, right?
Well, no, that's the lifeguard's job, I'd imagine.
Sarah, did you ever jump in?
The lifeguard.
No, okay.
Yeah, so you're just hanging. You're just rostering when the lifeguard comes in.
All right, let's meet our next player.
Emily from Sydney, 20 years old, part-time in retail and been doing it for 6 months. Part-time retail, I'm going to throw up 55.
See, that seems high. I was thinking 40. What do you reckon, Liam?
I'm with Belle, 55, Emily.
All right, Emily, we're saying 55. What do you get paid?
I get paid 33.
You need to get into a managerial position at a swimming pool because I don't know if you've heard, but it's good coin. Really good coin.
All right, next player.
Sam in Melbourne, 27 years old in IT sales. Now, you've been doing this for 6 years. Is that right, Sam?
Yes.
Well, I think it's safe to say you've worked your way up in the IT sales food chain. Also, it's the way of the future, computer systems.
I reckon it's up there.
Sorry, what's going on in the background there, Sam?
It's a baby, I believe.
Yes, my baby,
Sounded
sorry.
like something completely different to my head.
I'm with Liam.
Yeah, alrighty. Interesting. Okay, I think it's like one of those sneaky, crazy jobs.
yeah.
It's like full Silicon Valley. I think you're on like 100K.
I was going to say 110, Belle.
I'll go with Ben with 110.
All right, Sam, locking in 110. How much do you get paid a year?
150.
Whoa!
Bloody hell, that's all right.
Got to get into IT.
Yeah, forget about managing swimming pools. That's chump change. You should be selling IT equipment.
All right, let's do one more.
All right, Andrew. Oh, my goodness. Okay, we got a real estate agent here. 9 years, and you're almost 40, so we've settled in. Andrew, I'm going to say 200.
Well, you think real estate agent, I mean, they get commissions on the sale.
What are we talking? What are you taking, 1.5?
I wish.
All right. What's the commish if you sell a place?
About 20 grand per house, roughly.
All right, so it's like a hard sum. Okay.
And then do you pocket that when you sell a house, or do you have to give a bit of that to the company that employs you?
I pocket about 60% of it.
Okay.
I mean, we could do the math on this. How many houses are you selling in a month?
I can't make it that easy for you.
Okay, you know what? I said 200. Andrew, I'm going to say 500.
No
What? I mean, have you done your math?
But he gets his salary plus commission.
Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Let's go 250. Does that sound about right?
Nah. Andrew's a big dog. He's swinging it around
You
here.
reckon?
300K, I reckon.
Andrew, what do you get paid a year?
Just over 200.
Yeah, which is really good, but because I said 300, it doesn't sound as good, does it? You know what I mean? So I'm sorry for overselling it.
Andrew, you probably don't need it, mate, but I'm going to give you a $100 Camplify voucher.
Why are you giving him a prize?
It's unreal.
Thank you. 30,000.
No one.
Yeah.
Look over there. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a Balrog. Oh, no, it's just Ben Lehman Bell. Oi, stop gooning. The next bit's about to start.
Have you ever touched this? Have you touched
a famous person's feet? Bit of a strange one tonight.
Yeah. Why?
Because there's that viral video that is AI of Donald Trump sucking Elon's feet.
Yeah, the dogs. Yeah, he's giving him a good slurp.
Yeah.
Do you think he'd have really nice feet, Elon?
No, I don't think so.
But
at
he's
all.
really rich.
Yeah, but have you seen... He doesn't really look after himself physically, I don't
If
think.
you had to suck Donald's feet or Elon's feet, whose dog do you get?
I'm going Elon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah, Don, a lot of days out on the golf course.
Drinks like a lot of Coke. And like
yeah,
a
he's got the
sip.
tight, suit shoes that he's wearing. Yeah, they wouldn't be great.
Now, look, we understand that this is tough to get, but if we get it, it's going to be incredible.
Well, it just depends, right? Because, obviously hard to touch a celebrity's feet. But if you're maybe giving a pedicure, if you're a podiatrist, if you're a prowler who sort of, sneaks around sniffing people's feet and that sort of stuff, I don't know.
Perhaps a ye olde shoe shiner?
A shoe shiner, yes. You could be a cobbler. Perhaps if you're a cobbler for the stars, that would be great to get, wouldn't it?
Let's come back to current times. If you maybe worked in a shoe shop, so you worked in like Athlete's Foot and someone came in and you sized up their feet.
We're not going to be fussy with how big or small the celebrity is.
Or the foot. If it could be a big star with small feet, that's fine. It could be a small star with whopping dogs. We'll take everything.
Harmony has called us on 13 24 10 in Sydney. You've touched a famous person's feet. Who was it?
Yes, I have.
Who was it?
Hello?
Yeah.
Ryan Quanton.
Oh, we said famous person.
Who's Ryan Quanton?
So he was Vinny on Home and Away.
Do you know who it is? Was this one of those things where they came in, you did something with their feet, and then they left, and then everyone was like, oh, do you know who that was? And then you didn't?
That's exactly what happened.
Right.
That used to happen a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not great with celebrities.
So where did you work, Harmony?
I worked at a day spa in Paddington in Sydney.
Oh, there you go. Surely you would have got, and I'm, no disrespect to that guy.
To Quanton.
Surely, no disrespect to Quanton. Surely you had bigger stars coming through the doors than Quanton.
We did, yes, we did, but that was the only one that I touched their feet.
Okay, I appreciate how you're being honest to the bit. Like, you know what I mean? If Nicole Kidman came in but you didn't touch her feet, I'm glad you didn't tell us that.
Can we be dishonest to the bit for a second, Harmony? People who you
Sure.
didn't touch their feet, what other names have you got?
Kate Ritchie, Marsha Hines.
They're pretty good.
They're
Yeah,
good.
no, they're
big
pretty
names,
good,
big
yeah.
names, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And that's the thing. We spent a lot of time with Kate Ritchie. We work with her in the same building. Never touched her feet, so I wouldn't call. It would be weird.
Keep it that way.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Thank you, Harmony. Esther in Sydney, you've touched a famous person's feet.
Well, not me, but my late mother, may she rest in peace. She used to work for a specific government house, and there are a lot of dignitaries and people from overseas that would come to venture in to visit Australia and the other politicians, and this was the late Nelson Mandela. Now, she managed the housekeeping department, and she got to touch his footwear and also accidentally touched his feet. because of course
Whoa!
touched his feet because of course there was a swimming pool in the backyard, and most people they're barefooted, and she kind of she just brushed against
his feet.
Just a little.
I'm sorry.
I think she knew what she was doing. But I mean, that is. They are the feet that walked the long walk to freedom. He is one of the most iconic people on earth ever. I didn't think we were going to get Mandela's Dawgs when we said call up for this one.
Well, here's the thing. I reckon we can beat Mandela's Dawgs.
No, we can't.
13, 24, 10.
He is. He transcends.
Janine has given us a buzz. Have you touched a famous person's feet?
I have indeed. I provided a pedicure service for Celine Dion at Crown Towers as she was staying there a few years ago.
Incredible! Wow!
What were the feet like?
They were very petite, very beautiful.
Oh, and that's what you want to hear. Yeah.
We gave her a foot bath and a beautiful little pedicure. Pretty special experience, I must say.
Oh, thank God she had good. I'd be rattled if you said Celine Dion had bunions or something.
Yeah, that's nice. That's how I imagined them.
I probably wouldn't even if she did on air.
Well,
but,
true.
Janine, what did you talk about while giving it to her?
Well, I'm the actual owner of the business, so I was, after having spoke to feet, I let my other beauticians and provide the actual pedicure service. And
well, hang on. Did you or did you not touch Celine Dion's feet?
I did touch their
Thank
feet.
God.
Yes, she actually asked to try on my shoes.
Right,
She tried on your shoes.
She loved my shoes and wanted to actually keep my shoes after the event. And other than I would have to go home there.
Okay, Celine,
Yeah.
you can't just take people's shoes off their feet.
We get it. Titanic was great, but you can't just walk into places and steal people's shoes.
That bit was Baby Gronk approved.
13 24 10. Give us a buzz if you've got a story. It just has to be a fun story. It doesn't matter if it's made up or not, because Ben, myself, and Belle have a BS meter. And we feel like we've got a fairly good radar. We can kind of pick what's legit and what isn't. I actually saw Paris Hilton speaking today, and I thought we could get the BS meter out over it. She was just talking about how she's never, ever had any work done.
I feel really proud that I'm all natural. I've stayed out of the sun. I've never done any Botox, injectables, no surgery, nothing.
What?
And my mom told me, like, when I was 8 years old, Paris, stay out of the sun. And then she taught me this 10-step skincare routine. So I've literally been doing that since I'm 8.
As she was saying that, her face was very, very still.
Well, how about we get the BS meter out for this one?
Bullshit. There's no way.
Like, I feel kind of bad for calling BS on that, because maybe it's true, but
Oh, well, it isn't, though.
her nose is very different.
And that's okay. It's fine. You can do whatever you want with your own body, but it's just more just like, yeah, I've had some work done, or just like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to just be like, oh, I've been doing an 8-step routine since I was a small child.
13 24 10. Give us a buzz if you've got a story you'd love to share, or you can just totally make one up.
Mm-hmm. And we'll get the BS meter over it. We've got a call here from Pete. Now, you were a chef in a prison. What happened?
I put lamb shanks on the menu, and I started a riot, started fighting each other with the lamb shank bones. Yeah, you've got a lamb shank before. It's a pretty big bone.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get the BS meter out here. Let's see what it says. I think you're telling the truth. I think it's such a wild story that you wouldn't be able to make that up.
I've changed my name. I am telling the truth.
Yeah.
I thought you were.
Can imagine.
Gosh.
Yeah, it was pretty elaborate, for sure. For sure.
Are you still a chef?
I'm not a chef anymore, no. I'm in sales now.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I'd imagine after the whole lamb shank incident, yeah, you had to move on.
Tonight, we want to test out our BS meter. If you have got a story, maybe it's true, maybe it's made up. Either way, if you get involved on 13 24 10.
Emma in Melbourne, you've got a story for us. We're going to tell you if it's BS or not.
Yeah, I do. How you going?
Good, mate.
That's good. You remember when Drake was in Sydney a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
and someone put a drone up and he threw his song at it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my brother-in-law. He got a tip where he was staying and he thought he could get a quick snap. and then it was all over the news.
No, I'm going to get the BS meter out. I reckon that whole bit was staged.
Bullshit.
And it was for Stake, his betting agency, and I reckon your brother-in-law had nothing to do with it.
You're right.
It was like
Emma,
it was
sorry.
no. You spin a good yarn, but I just thought the thing itself, like everyone saw the footage and it was like it was too perfect. Like his laptop was like open towards the camera, and it was so yeah.
Good on you for trying though, Emma. I'm going to give you a pack of Ep Zen. Find your Zen with Ep Zen favourites.
Awesome, thank you.
No worries, that's worth $200.
Cassidy in Mount Eliza, tell us what happened.
So when I was in Paris in 2023 during the Paris Fashion Week, we were out clubbing with some friends one night, and Tiger was on one side of us, and then we turned to the other side, and like a few booths over, Kendall Jenner was also in the same venue.
I mean, that's pretty believable.
I'll get the meter out. Yeah. I reckon that's legit, Cassidy.
Yes, no, it definitely is.
Yeah, I mean, you would say Jay-Z or something. Like, you wouldn't say Tiger if you're regular.
Yeah, but Kendall, Cass, what was Kendall like?
She seemed really lovely. I don't know, I didn't really like register it too much in the sense that it was so busy and there were so many people around. But she, like, I wouldn't say she was getting into the clubbing experience. She was just very much like standing with the group. She was weird.
Cassidy, I wouldn't say bet, but I was in the same room as Tiger one time because I was at this event at a fried chicken place, and the whole thing was Tiger was coming, and he rocked up in a black van, and he had about 10 girls under his arm, and he walked in. They got a photo of him at the chicken shop, and then he left.
Right.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. He was with just all girls in his little booth, and then about 6 to 8 like bald security men.
Why is security always bald?
I suppose it's more menacing, maybe.
You get into a scuff, you can't grab the hair.
That's true. Yeah,
It's
that's
more
it.
masculine.
Yeah, that's the you only see like wrestlers, like WWE wrestlers, like The Undertaker. Like if he was in the UFC, like that would actually the people just grab his hair all the time. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't actually be practical.
And that's it.
Like that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Bell.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, Reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Mount Hawthorn or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.